As the office lights dimmed and I began my usual walk home, I caught myself craving the little convenience store stop that always eased the day's wait. Same old habit, same small comfort. But tonight felt off. The moment I stepped out of the station gate, a silhouette stopped me cold. Elizabeth. My ex-wife. 10 years had passed, yet there she stood, as if the clock had never moved. Our eyes locked. She smiled instantly and waved like no time had been lost at all. My heart stuttered the same way it did the very first day we met. I walked over slowly, questions flooding my brain. Why here? Why now? Before I could speak, she held out a crisp white envelope with my name written in her unmistakable handwriting. I turned it over and whispered, "This is?" "Yes," she answered softly. "It's Jessica's wedding invitation." My chest tightened. Our daughter, 23 now, graduated from vocational school already 3 years into her career, was getting married. Elizabeth's smile was proud, but something flickered behind it, something tired. "She's found someone wonderful," she said. Voice warm yet strangely heavy. I noticed the strain she was trying to hide and asked quietly, "Are you all right?" That familiar half-smile appeared, the one she used whenever she didn't want to admit things were hard. "I'm managing," she said, eyes sliding away. Then, almost in a whisper, "I really want you there, but your parents will hate it, won't they?" The old wound opened in a second. Our families had torn us apart once. But this day belonged to Jessica, not to ancient grudges. "I'll take care of it," I said firmly. "This is Jessica's wish and yours. I'll be there." For the first time in a decade, Elizabeth's face truly lit up. And that smile, God, that smile, still reached straight into my chest and squeezed, exactly like it always had. Reminded me of the love we once had, the home we built, the dreams we buried. "Really? That's wonderful," she said, relief flooding her voice. My heart still fluttered like it was day one. Our marriage hadn't ended in hate. Life had simply worn us down until we broke. "Take care of yourself," I managed. "Thank you," she whispered, and for a second her eyes held mine the way they used to. Then she melted into the crowd, leaving only the envelope and an ache I thought I'd buried years ago. The walk home was a blur of memories and questions about the man Jessica had chosen. A week later the call came. Elizabeth was gone. Cancer. Fast. Final. The funeral was quiet. The wedding date stayed the same. I walked into the venue holding the invitation like a passport. My ex-father-in-law spotted me instantly. He charged over, face purple, and seized my collar. "What the hell are you doing here, you parasite?" he roared. "You've got no right." "I was invited," I said, voice steady, "by my daughter." He laughed, cruel and loud. "Invited? A deadbeat like you? What did you bring, a $10 toaster?" His wife smirked. "Hope you at least wrapped it nicely, Mr. Miller." The room was watching now. I smiled, calm. "Don't worry. The gift is for Jessica and her husband. You'll see it soon enough." Jessica appeared at that exact moment, glowing in her dress. "Daddy!" She ran to me, arms wide. "You came. Mom said you'd definitely come." Jessica beamed, eyes shining. "I wouldn't miss my little girl's wedding for anything," I answered, throat tight. My ex-father-in-law shoved between us like a wall of fury. "Stay away from her, you leech!" he barked. Jessica blinked, confused. "Grandpa, what's wrong?" "Dad's here to celebrate with us." The old man exploded. "You abandoned your wife and child. Sat at home all day playing on that damn computer while they starved. A real man works in an office, not in his pajamas." The venom stunned me. "Is that what you really believe?" I asked, voice low. "Damn right," he snarled. "You left Elizabeth and Jessica to scrape by alone." Jessica stepped forward, wedding dress sweeping the floor, chin high. "No, he never abandoned us. Dad worked from home every single day so he could drive Mom to chemo, take me to the aquarium every weekend, and still make every anniversary dinner at our favorite little Italian place. He was the best father I could have asked for." Her grandfather's face went scarlet. "Who the hell raised you, huh? You're trying to humiliate me in front of everyone." "I was raised by both my parents," Jessica said, wrapping her arms around me, "even after the divorce. And I'm proud of it." "Poverty is contagious, stay away from him," her grandmother hissed. Jessica only held me tighter. That's when Peter, the groom, stepped in. "Grandpa, enough," he said firmly. "What is going on?" My ex-father-in-law spun toward him, blocking me. Peter, I'm sorry you have to see this. This unemployed low class. Peter cut him off, eyes narrowing. Unemployed? He turned to me with a knowing smile. Sir, you do know who's paying for this entire wedding, right? We'll cover everything, don't worry, my ex-father-in-law sneered. Peter turned to me, eyes suddenly huge. Wait, Mr. Miller? Duster Miller? You're Duster Smith, the one who owns the entire group. A ripple of shock swept the room. Peter faced the old man, voice clear and loud enough for everyone to hear. Of course I know him. He's the president of our parent company, the man who signs my paycheck, and just paid for this entire wedding. My father-in-law went ghost white. You're your Mr. Miller? That's me, I said, perfectly calm. I've always worked from home. Never needed a corner office to run a global company. Peter dropped the final bomb with a grin. He's on the Forbes list, sir. Billionaire. With a B. Dead silence. My ex-father-in-law's mouth opened and closed like a fish. You never said. You never asked, I answered. You were too busy calling me worthless. Jessica's eyes filled with tears as the lies she'd been fed for years crumbled in front of her. They told me you abandoned us, that you had nothing. I pulled her close. I never left you, sweetheart. I was forced out by people who couldn't stand seeing us happy. She hugged me tighter than ever. The ceremony went on, perfect and beautiful, and as Jessica walked down the aisle, I swear I felt Elizabeth beside me, smiling the way she did the day Jessica was born. When my daughter reached the altar, she looked back at me one last time. Thank you for coming, Dad. Thank you for inviting me, Princess. In that moment, every insult, every lie, every lost year faded away. The people who tried to bury me had just watched me pay for the happiest day of my daughter's life. Some truths don't need shouting. They just need the right moment. And an open bar tab signed by the worthless ex.